Good morning to you. It's Thursday the 24th of October 2024. Welcome if you're new. I seem to have picked up a few subscribers overnight. I didn't expect that video to get so many views. So welcome if you're new. But to be honest with you, I think it just goes to show that the election is one big hot potato. I saw in some of the comments, people writing thank Q with a capital Q. Obviously, I don't need to explain. Obviously, most of you realise where we are in the world. So that's good. But if you don't and you're a bit confused, I'm not going to give you the backstory. I'm sure you can figure it out. But Telegram is a very good source of juicy information. And I think there's a few good people on X, which was Twitter, who follow this kind of thing, and I'm sure you find people yourself, and there's quite a few other readers as well on YouTube. Tarot by Isabella on here, Lady D, I think that's the Prince, can't remember the channel name, Prince of Peace it might be, she links up with him. Who else is a tarot reader still on YouTube? Laura's View and Tarot 2, she's still on YouTube. And then, of course, you've got Rumble. I'm sure you've got your own people that you follow and like. But those are just a few readers left on YouTube that I know of. Other people had to leave and go to Rumble. But anyway, I also got removed, actually, I should say, by YouTube. I did a video about it on Rumble. It's Tarot Tales in Little UK, if you're interested. And I didn't get any warning. I got removed straight away. They called me a conspiracy theorist, which I am, of course. So obviously this is my second channel, but to be honest, if this one gets removed, I'm not doing another one on here. And that was the thing. I like this channel small because, you want to kind of stay a bit under the radar. And because it's had more views, it's, people would say, oh, that's good news. But for me, not really, because I'm talking about dicey topics that, they don't like you talking about. So it just brings me to their attention even quicker. But, at the end of the day, I'm here for justice. I'm all about justice. So at the end of the day, if my job is done just to, show you what's going on and they throw me off, fine. That's all I was here for. At the end of the day, it happened to me, happened to my family, to do with the swords, and I'm here for justice. So, based off the video yesterday, or was it the day before, I don't even remember half of what I said because I haven't looked at it since. But there was a few comments underneath the video, and I thought I'd just go through a couple of things, okay? Obviously, nothing's happened yet. No stock market crash, no collapse, whatever. But David said in the comments that that Cliff High has said the banks might crash on, I think, the 28th. He said, Cliff High said 28th of October. Well, that's a day to remember. That's my son's birthday. Now, Chris then said, so I'm reading my notes because I often ramble, so I'm trying to keep, I've got strength right underneath, and I haven't even started when home, change something, home environment, change something, something very positive by the looks of things. Interesting, wow. Because remember, they have to change it in order to change the whole system. In order to get rid of the old banking currency, you have to bring in the Great Reset and bring in the new gold-backed system. It has to be positive, and that's interesting because that card is bright yellow. Positivity. Anyway, but then Chris said, apparently, in 1929, the stock market crashed, okay? But and she said it was the 28th, or was it the 29th? Something like that. I might be getting those dates mixed up. But 28th or 29th. Anyway, 28th, I think she said. However, the actual dates were the 24th and 29th, because I looked it up. but there was panic started on the 28th. So I guess it got worse, I would imagine. So it's really interesting. It's all around these dates, sort of from the 24th to the 29th. And isn't that interesting? Because we're right before the election. You know, and also I always wondered if Trump would, you know, he didn't want this to happen on his watch. And I find that very interesting. Anyway, so then there was a Swiss banker called Clive Thompson. I will try and attach his video. It's only small. And I referenced this a long time ago. And basically, he always said what will happen was you will wake up on a Sunday and you will find out the banks won't be opening again on the Monday. But he was saying then we're going to go into the CBDC, which in my understanding is the bad reset. Blimey. So one side's drilling, the other side's screaming. Anyway, the bad reset, well, it's been my understanding that was hijacked. That's what they wanted. And now we're on the good reset, okay? However, I think they may lead you to believe it is going to be the bad reset and then it will change, okay? So I think you need to bear that in mind. So that's a question I'm going to ask. So I'm going to start with the first one. Obviously, Cliff High says around the 28th of October, stock market crash, or I think he said stock market or banks. I assume it's the same thing. I don't really know. I assume if one crashes, the other crashes. I don't know. But anyway, is he right about that date? Oh, he's not far off, put it like that. It could be intensifying, perhaps. Now, okay, so there's issues. Now, I don't know if this is the stock market or the banks or it's the two together, because I'm not a banking person, even though I love to read about it. So you, obviously, if you're a banking person, I'm very naive. You can add the pieces, put the pieces together. It looks like something's dying in the background, or they're leaving something behind. This is rejection, and it's money. And these are money as well, you see. And then looks like something more positive's come in. But they want to pull this one back. Looks like they want to pull this one back. And it's almost like people are leaving. So it's almost like the old banking system is going. And then we have an ending, you see, secretly. So there's going to be a surprise. And there will be a change. But it's kind of shrouded in secrecy. So I don't know if it's going to be on those exact days. I don't have a yes. Okay, it's not to say it wouldn't. It's just be that maybe we're not meant to actually know specifics. Okay, so it's all to do with the past. And this is honestly bringing in something maybe we can trust more. Which sounds like the gold-backed system. I've been doing this long enough to kind of know that. So I didn't get specifics for the 28th, 29th. I'll try on this. Will the banks crash around those dates? Or the stock market? This is your communicate. Oh, why have I got that one? Communicate with others more freely. Speak up. You have the right to be heard. Communicate. Is it that they will communicate it with us on those days? I don't have a firm. There is a card in there which is a firm, which I would imagine would be more of a yes. Communicate with others. Maybe they have to decide exactly the day. Maybe they don't know the exact date. Maybe they haven't decided. So anyway, moving that aside. Yes, so the second one is, that was my first question, which I'm crossing off. Will they make us believe this is legally going to change and justice? We're finally going to get justice. I think we've been robbed for years and years and years and years. All these income taxes and taxes and tax and tax and a bit more tax. And when you get your inheritance, you're going to get taxed on that as well. Isn't it appalling when you think about it? Justice is a fantastic card because justice is justice. No matter what, you will be held to account and it will change. And that can also be legally, it will change. This is the truth. The truth will come out, and it really is for our best interest. This is a benefit to us. Okay? Good. About time. Woohoo! Celebration. And they're very close to ending, actually, surrendering. They're very close to giving up. And then, yeah, they might cause a bit, this could be the stock market confusion, or there will be a bit of confusion. And then it's almost like they admit defeat and then they go. That's what it feels like. So anyway, it's gone very quiet. I always wonder where the kitten is when it goes quiet. But every time I pause the video these days, I seem to forget to restart it and I lose half my video. The amount of times I've had to redo videos recently. So let's hope he's okay. I'm going to take a chart, actually. I'm going to pause the video if you don't mind. I'll check it when I get back. Sorry about that. And it is still recording. I'm checking. Yeah, I realised that the kitten's welfare was more important than my video. Aha! He's appeared. I found him. So anyway, could they make us believe we are going into the bad reset first? So that's the one you don't want, controlling. He agrees. Disagrees, I should say, sorry. Could they make us believe we're going into the bad reset first? The one where, you know, they didn't want you to have cash. Oh, hi. Surprise. Oh, he's found his little bed. Right, for this one. Come on, you're going to launch over. I can see it coming. Come on then. Oh, I think so. Could well be. Okay, so it is going to change. Hi, sweetie. It is going to change. Okay. We are going to go on a new path. However, I still wonder if they will lead you to believe judgment. Maybe we're not free of it. But we will be free of it, and we are free of it. I don't know whether they'll do like a plot twist. I don't know 100%. But we are going to get out of this. It's what it feels like. Maybe I didn't ask the question quite right. Haha, look at that. Radiant blessings, celebration. My goodness me. I don't know if you've seen this weird little video that's been going around. I don't know if I can share it with you. I've seen it twice now, and my friend sent it to me again last night. And these two ladies sitting on this park bench, and their phones start going bleep, 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 and they all look at it, and it's talking about you're not in this system anymore. You've had money returned to you that was due to you, which everyone's saying sounds like Nasara Jasara. And you can look that up on Google, but it will say it's conspiracy theory, but it's not. I've done videos on it. Anyway, and they already started debt forgiveness back in January, because I asked about that in January and I got a yes. But I think it's slowly happening behind the scenes. So this little video, I don't know if it's been done on purpose for us and someone's acting it, or whether it's part of a movie, which was odd. It's this little clip. It's quite strange. So see if I can share it with you. See what I get for it, actually. I was so curious when I saw that clip. Wow. It's almost like a revelation, and like they really kind of want to wake you up with that. But I still don't know if it was for us, like, or whether it's sort of someone's just filmed it to show us. I don't know if it was I don't know where it's sourced from. I'm going to pull this one card. Well, it feels like, wow, I think it could even be talking about what's to come. So I don't know who made it or where it comes from, but that's a shock. And I don't know if it's talking about the video, but it's probably more talking about us. I think it's a reflection of what's going to happen. And this is building up wealth. And that was a tower. That was a shock. That was a revelation. Look, more money. because there's been a change. But I don't know. Justice. Truth coming out. Oh my goodness, military. I don't know who was inspired to make that. Somebody knew they were leaving, or it's somebody did it, wanted to do it as a favour for us, to tell us the truth. That's the truth, because I've just said justice, but I don't know where it came from or whatever. So if you know, it'd be interesting you let me know in the comments. Wow. So anyway, yeah, back to my question. Could it possibly be that they will lead us to believe that we're going into the bad reset first? That is going. Yeah, because I've got stress and disappointments. But hang on, that could be them. Rejection. Yeah, moon. I wonder. I think I would say bear it in mind. Yeah, look, I've got strategic. So, and the moon. So it may not become clear straight away. And it may be that you think, oh my goodness, cashless society, here we go. And then I think they might then tell you the truth. Well, Trump will tell you the truth when it's the right time. Right, so that one I've done. Next one. Make sure I'm still recording. See, this is what I should be doing, checking it. Which leads me to believe that no, there is no bad reset. And I'll tell you why. I think it was hijacked somewhere along the line. And I'll tell you exactly why. Because near me, I have something called a banking hub. And I've talked about these before. So I looked into it. And I've looked into it again yesterday. And you may have something similar in your country. Okay, so when they closed the banks, in the UK, they've made these little places called banking hubs. So they're like where a shop would be. And basically your banker, you can go there one day a week, okay? But it's somewhere where you can pay in cash and pay your bills because the banks are closing, okay? Now, you could say, well, that's fine. They're just keeping a few until they take us into the bad reset. However, the website in the UK is called Cash Access UK. It literally says on it, cash is vital. We have to protect cash. Since when did the banks, who are work in conjunction with the government, since when did they ever want us to protect cash? Even the supermarkets have got rid of most of the cash tills. They don't want you to use cash. So I find this very strange. They want you to use cash. They want to protect cash. And what's even more strange is apparently it says on it that it's been funded by the 9 major banks. Since when did the banks want us to... Why would they do that if they're getting rid of cash? It makes no sense. In conjunction with the post office. Well, it's probably why they had the big scandal of the sub-postmaster post office in the UK. If you don't know the story, look it up. And probably the post office was then sort of cleared out, making sure everything's working properly again. Authenticity and no more hiccups. And then, so now they're going to use the post office probably. It feels like this is somewhere where it could lead us on to the either redemption centres or they might become redemption centres. I find it very strange. There's no way with that you're going into the bad reset. Because they certainly wouldn't be encouraging cash. They would just be helping you until they got rid of all the banks. So I'm going to ask about that because I find that odd. The banking hubs, Cash Access UK. So you've probably got something similar in your country. Go and look for it or research it. You might find you have something similar. Obviously, are these part of the good, great reset? Not the old bad reset, the CBDC. Let's see what I get. Are they part of the good reset? They could even be redemption centres in the future. I don't know. Or part of it. Maybe they lead you to the redemption centres. Who knows? Wow. They're going to help you negotiate. That's a friendly card as well. Could also be something to do with the past. Okay, so disappointing news to do with the past. Confusion. Were they part of the good or bad? Something's not as it seems, okay? And it could be to do with the banks as they stand. And maybe it's to help us evolve. This could be because the banks have closed, there's confusion. And let's keep going. I feel like they're going to lead us to prosperity. They may be a stepping stone. I'm not sure, actually, 100% with those cards. I'm going to try one more time. Let me see. Were the banking hubs encouraged to be built by anyone working on the Great Reset, the new financial gold-backed system, the good one? See what I get this time. Well, yeah, they're renewal. So they're about renewal. So I wonder if the banks, it was like they knew they were closing, but they got some bad news because then these have come up and they probably weren't meant to. And as I'm talking, I have a sun here and it's just sun shining out there. It's a gorgeous day. Do you know what? They're positive. They're going to lead us into probably prosperity. Whether they're part of the redemption centres, I'm not quite sure. But they're definitely a new positive pathway with temperance is renewal, which is amazing. Renewal from, the old banking system I feel is going to complete. They're leaving. And this looks like the new gold-backed currency. So I think it wasn't meant to be like this. I think it was unexpected. I think there was some kind of change along the way. That's what I feel. They're 100% positive with, and also the fact they want to support cash. It says it all, really. So that's very exciting. Oh, I want to go and see mine now. And finally, I actually wondered yesterday, it was really sunny here in the UK, and today really mild actually, and today's really sunny, and it's October, so it should be really quite cold now. And I remember someone saying in the comments that we don't even know what our real weather pattern is supposed to be, because they've been messing about the weather for so long. But if you Google it, they'll say they don't. And I wondered if that had started to stop. I know we've had all the floods and all the storms. Oh yeah, we've got another storm. But it just felt like the weather had improved. But then again, I thought, well, maybe not, because maybe they're just they're saying, oh look, seasonal weather in October for the UK. Well, it shows that, the weather's really messed up. But I'd wondered if this is our normal pattern. And the weather is improving, like maybe they've had to take their fingers off the weather buttons. I know that'll happen, but I thought it had already happened, but it hasn't. I'm going to quickly look into that. But then we've had some terrible storms, which, I think are, they can do cloud seeding and stuff. So, they do mess about. They do move things about to control things, but I feel that it's going to get a lot brighter. Look at that. That's exactly what I'm looking at today. Beautiful sun. So, wow. It's going to be more balanced in the future, the weather. I don't know when it's starting. I feel like that's the environment. Yeah, they really do mess about with the weather. They say they don't, but I really believe that they do. It may not be yet. Maybe we just got lucky with some nice days. Yeah, this is messing about with the weather. Look, he's got the world in his hand, and they're messing about with the clouds. What did I say about cloud seeding? Yeah. So maybe we just got lucky today and yesterday, but at some point, I feel like our weather will become more balanced again. Anyway, I wasn't supposed to be talking about weather. So the last one, this is a longer video than I thought. Okay. When I talk about the election,